In this next half hour of NBC5 News at Sunrise, a driver stranded.
We have that old saying, if they're not turning, you're not earning.
How the Delta fire is impacting drivers and a look at when I-5 could reopen.
Plus, cleaning up the ocean, how a new ship plans to get rid of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Today is Monday, September 10th. Your NBC5 News at Sunrise starts now.
Good Monday morning, everyone, and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Allison Ross.
And I'm Kyle Lieberman. Hopefully you had a great weekend. It was nice to get outside. It was nice to just drive around, see people had their windows open the windows at home, let some fresh air in, not covered in all that wildfire smoke. It's still out there, though. But what can we expect this week? That's the big question in everyone's mind this morning. So let's turn over to meteorologist Matt Jordan, who has the answer to that. Happy Monday there, MJ.
Hey, yeah, things only going to get better over the next few days. I did say that last week, and I felt bad because we head into the afternoons when those fires really start to pick up. And they start to, bring more smoke to the valleys, to the basins over the course of the afternoon. But by the evening, by midnight, it was nice again. It started to clear out. You could see the stars, and then by the morning, it seemed like there wasn't any smoke to be had at all. But then the afternoon came around again. That's essentially what we're going to have to deal with again today. So overall, we're seeing less and less smoke just because things are mixing more when the atmosphere is just the way it is for the course of the week this week, and it's fairly active. We got a lot on the way as we get into about Wednesday and Thursday, but just to give you a little preview, we're going to break a lot of this down later, but yeah, a little preview. Cloudy, then sunny by the afternoon again today, thinning smoke through the course of most of the day, but in the afternoon that actually picks up just a bit more, so you see more smoke around 4, 5, 6 o'clock and head into the evening. Should clear out again, 75 to 83 degrees, cooler than less smoke as we get into Tuesday. Look at that, temperatures are much cooler, down by about 10 degrees in some areas. And then Wednesday, even cooler than that. Still on the cloudy side, but staying cloudy, and a slight chance of showers. Starting to see more and more shower activity as we get towards the middle of the week. That's good news, especially when it comes to those fires. Back to you.
Matt, thanks so much. 602 closed indefinitely. This morning, a large section of I-5 in Northern California remains closed as the Delta fire continues to grow.
That's right. Cal Fire, CHP, and Caltrans will be reevaluating the safety of opening the highway again later on today. They say that the fire has approached the interstate every day since starting last Wednesday, and it's not safe to reopen right now. Last week, CHP advised drivers to use 101 along the coast as an alternate. Drivers using Highway 89 and 299 have seen up delays up to 8 hours. Meanwhile, the Delta fire remains a big challenge for firefighters. It's nearly doubled in size over the weekend and is now 40,903 acres with 5% containment. It also merged with the Hertz fire over the weekend. Since starting last Wednesday, the fire has destroyed at least 2 homes and damaged several others.
Higher humidity levels Sunday helped firefighters with the Klondike fire burning in Josephine and Curry counties. However, the fire is continuing to inch closer and closer to Agnes. The fire is now more than 130,000 acres. That's almost 8 times larger than Medford city limits. Nearly 1,300 firefighters are working to bring that fire under control. Containment remains at 51%. And we are tracking all the fires in our region, so the Natchez fire saw the most improvement this weekend. That fire is now 77% contained, up from 70% last week. The Miles fire near Trail had just some minor growth and remains at 65% contained. And in Lake County, the Watson Creek fire is still 95% contained and grew 61 acres since Friday.
Just about 6:04 now. New this morning, a Medford man has died after losing control of his car and hitting several trees in eastern Oregon. Oregon State Police say 39-year-old Gordon Waite was driving eastbound on Highway 26 near Unity. That's in Baker County on Saturday. Investigators say Waite failed to follow the curve in the road and his truck rolled down an embankment before hitting several trees. He died on scene.
The Dallas police officer accused of entering the wrong apartment Thursday and fatally shooting the resident is facing criminal charges. Amber Geiger was arrested Sunday about 40 miles southeast of Dallas. The 30-year-old officer allegedly went into the wrong apartment in her building last Friday and fatally shot 26-year-old Botham Shem Jean. Geiger has posted a $300,000 bond and is expected to be released from custody.
Caught on camera, a number of kids do damage to an outdoor sprinkler system at the Community Cancer Center in Roseburg. And this morning, police are asking for the public's help in identifying those suspects. Take a better look at the video. You can see police believe they are used. This all happened last week. Roseburg PD says the kids caused more than $1,000 worth of damage, and they think they came from a nearby apartment complex. Anyone with information is asked to give police a call.
In your community, Pacific Power's smart meters continue to be a topic of discussion and debate across the region. This weekend, the power company hosted a workshop on the Jackson County Fairgrounds. While a few people are upset, many about the unproven health effects and cost of opting out, residents showed up to get their questions answered and start a dialogue.
We're not trying to drive Pacific Power out of business, we want something that works for everybody, and I think if we can have a constructive dialogue, that'll help.
Pacific Power is continuing to install smart meters in Jackson County, and then we'll move on to Josephine County next week. The next workshop will be held at the Josephine County Fairgrounds from 11 to 1 on September 22nd.
6:05 your time right now, hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. That is the mindset along the East Coast this morning as Florence is slowly moving towards land. The tropical storm is now a Category 1 hurricane. Forecasters say Florence will likely make landfall on Thursday, and it could get even stronger when that happens.
When it gets here, it's estimated, it may be, this is an estimate, a Category 4 hurricane, which is between 130 and 156 miles an hour.
Authorities in the Carolinas are warning residents to prepare for a potential disaster. Shoppers are stocking up on plywood and filling up their gas tanks. Well, an environmental group plans to take on a massive pile of floating garbage in the Pacific Ocean known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Ocean Cleanup Foundation released this 2,000-foot-long U-shaped contraction into the waters off San Francisco this weekend. That will trap plastic and other trash that floats into it. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is estimated to be about the size or bigger than Texas. Engineers estimate about 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic will be pulled from the ocean just between Hawaii and California. All right, your time right now, 6:07. Meteorologist Matt Jordan here, giving us a little preview of what we can expect this week. Hopefully this nice weather will stick around.
Yeah, and for the most part it is. It's going to feel a little bit more like fall as we get towards the middle of the week. The thing is, we just can't really get rid of the smoke because those fires are still burning out there. So that's one of the things we're really having to deal with.
We're ready for fall, though.
I mean, yeah, in fall normally would bring us a little bit higher humidity, so more moisture in the air, and that definitely helps. So let's just take a little bit of a look. I got to show you this. Air quality, not terrible, but not great either. Mount Shasta has improved from a couple days ago where it was getting a lot of smoke from the Delta fire. That fire is still burning. A lot of concern when it comes to that. As you look, a lot of moderates out there. Essentially, the smoke is being driven by winds from the ocean further inland. So that's pushing a lot of that smoke into areas like Grants Pass, into Medford, into Ashland, Shady Cove, for example. And because of that, the Klondike fire, the Natchez fire, the Delta fire, are all keeping us at these unhealthy or moderate air quality readings. As you look at your temperatures, a little on cool side to start the day. We tend to cool down more and more just after sunrise by a few degrees. So we could see around 51 or 52 for Medford. I wouldn't be too surprised. So a little chilly to start, but sunshine by the afternoon will warm us back up into the 80s. And your visibility is right now for areas like Montague, Wairika, and Mount Shasta. That's mainly due to smoke. Out on the coast, a bit of fog near Crescent City. Back to you.
MJ, thanks so much. Your time right now, 6:08. NBC 5 News at Sunrise is just getting started. Coming up, the clock is ticking. We are only 106 more days away until Christmas. And while it may seem far away, some companies are already hiring for the holidays. We'll explain.
And why the opening of a subway station in New York City has a very special meaning.
Stay with us on air this morning and online all day, whether it's KOBI5.com, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Remember, we are always first for local breaking news and weather. We're back in a moment.